They were fearless, courageous, trailblazers. In 1967, Texas A&M University welcomed the first student athletes of color into the sports world. 51 years later, some of the early pioneers are back to share their stories of making history and breaking down color barriers.
When I first walked on this campus as a person who had signed a national letter of intent to attend Texas A&M, foregoing Stanford, Berkeley, UCLA, and USC, decided to stay in my home state, and Earl Rudder is a gentleman that recruited me, and I talked to him that first day, and he said, "You will be glad you came to A&M. You are a great athlete and a great student." And I think about him when I pass his statue on campus. I think about those early days when they didn't have many girls, and I decided to invest in my future and come to A&M, even though my friends said, "Have no girls, you shouldn't go there." But A&M is a great university, and I thought it would become even greater in the future.
Now that I look back on it, to be the minority in a school and not even recognize it while I'm here, wow. And then later find out that I'm one of the few African-American females here on campus, because I'm just a people person. So it was just amazing. And to come on campus now and see how it has totally changed. It's incredible.
A love for sports was what drew them to the heart of Aggieland. Little did they know they would be blazing a trail for the generations to come. On a night in February 2018, these former student athletes got to connect with their legacies.
Hold fast to your dreams, because if dreams die, life is like a broken-winged bird that cannot fly.
Coming in, I know I deal with like a lot of hardships, but I know it's not anywhere near as hard as it was for them as the first African-American student athlete. So to talk to them and hear their story, it's really inspiring. It makes me want to keep pushing forward what I'm doing.
We won, we set world records, but these young people are setting all kind of NCAA records, national records, conference titles. You know, I'm in awe of them. Extreme awe of them, but like some of them tell me from time to time, they say, "Mr. Blackmon, we're in awe of you." And I said, "Why?" Say, "Because we are your legacy. You were one of the first."
They say the first is always the most memorable. In 1970, Hugh McElRoy became the first black football player to start a game for the Aggies. His game-winning touchdown against LSU is one of the most iconic plays in Texas A&M football history.
It's never anything that you set out to do, and it just kind of happens. But one of my mantras is nothing makes a leader like a follower. If no one's following you, then you're not a leader. And the fact that people have migrated to me, or the things that I've done has resonated with them, just, again, humbling is the only thing I can come up with.
Had I known this then, yes, you're right, I would not have believed it. But to look back on it and see that you did it, and I didn't know it. It's because I enjoy running track. I enjoy competing. I enjoy sports. But to know that I paved the way for others, and it just makes my heart jump for joy knowing that. And I pray that my story will help someone else step up and do the same thing.